Good evening. I would like to thank you for tuning in to watch the Denis Times Illustrated number 45. Let's begin. Our top story, Blood in the Streets of Valentine. Residents say it sounded like the Indian Wars had resumed on their streets. At first, shots rang out as women and the feeble ran for cover. It soon turned into an unrelenting cacophony of gunfire. Lawmen traded shots with members of the notorious Vanderlinde gang who had come to town to rob and steal. A few agents known to be working for Leviticus Cornwall joined in the fray, quickly creating a scene of unmitigated chaos. Valentine is well known in the region as a rough around-the-edges livestock town with some insalubrious visitors, and altercations are not uncommon. The recent spate of violence is, however, unprecedented. Bar fights in the Smithfield Saloon are too frequent. Many are still in shock at the recent violence, including a brutal massacre at 6 Point Cabin. Local officials are calling on the state and federal authorities for assistance in restoring order. A Tale of Two Robberies. Two separate bands of highwaymen had their sights on the same banking stagecoach north of Strawberry in Big Valley. The driver called out, "It's a holdup," and the guard could see 4 masked men outside. During the encounter, a separate band of highwaymen arrived and exchanged gunfire. Sheriff deputies arrived on the scene several hours later and found looted bodies in the stretch of the Dakota River. The dead are believed to be members of the notorious O'Driscoll boys who have been lying around the area in recent weeks and responsible for robberies of banking and mail shipments. Now our next story involves the women's suffrage debate. Lemoyne lawmaker Abbott Bachmeyer spoke at a meeting here addressing the woman problem as concerns grow over the emergent suffrage movement. He was quoted as saying, "States in the North have passed laws allowing women's suffrage to their detriment and arguably to their damnation. We cannot allow the scourge of the North and Europe to spread here. Women are inevitably the weaker sex and unable to think things out coolly and calmly. Giving them the vote would lead to great damage to the Republic and to this state," he said, to a standing ovation. Meanwhile, well-known activist Dorothea Wicklow has held meetings in Saint-Denis and other towns in recent months promoting voting rights for women. The movement is spreading to smaller towns such as Rhodes, but traditionalists are confident that common sense will prevail. Our final story for today, Civil War soldiers turn criminals. The war for the Southern independence took many casualties. Almost every family in the country knew of a loved one who perished in that war. While many have put the conflict behind them and tried to bring our proud nation back together, that very struggle continues to beguile members of the Lemoyne Raiders gang. Initially looked upon as patriotic heroes fighting against tyranny during that conflict, they have failed to let the war between the states pass to history, instead using it as a rally point to wage war on law-abiding citizens. And some say they have become the tyranny themselves. Structured as a militia unit, they continue to recruit young, disaffected men and engage in robberies and arms deals, even declaring that they are immune from tax and other regulation. They speak frequently of freedom and independence, yet there have been numerous reports of robberies from government institutions and citizens themselves. Current dispatches indicate they have taken up refuge in the locations in the swamps and bayous in the lowland country, and many lawmen and bounty hunters are apprehensive to approach the area. Some have said it will take a massive amount of force to bring this murderous gang to heel. And that wraps up our top stories for today. I am signing out. I would like to thank everybody for watching and wish you good luck in your play.